Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen coming to you from the Mike English studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Winers Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep 3. As always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and of course tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everybody that you know about the cool things going on over here at the Winners and Winers YouTube page. Speaking of Winners and Winers, don't forget to check out the Winners and Winers website as well as statsalt.com for deep dives into every game going on in America every single day. Hey, you say you didn't know anything about Longwood? Should have been over to Winners and Winers and checked it out. We had a couple of good pieces over there that talked a little bit about that Longwood game. So, and of course, let us know what you're playing, would you? Let me know if you're tailing me, if you're fading me, and what you got cooking for tonight. Got a few college basketball games, pretty nice slate of contests in the NBA. So yeah, let us know what you are on. All right. Of course, check out Scott's selections over there at the StatSalt page. Just do it in your YouTube search, Scott Selections. It'll come right up with that handsome devil. 22, getting ready to graduate from college. Hell of a handicapper, good-looking kid. My God, he's got the world by the balls. So make sure you get over and check him out before he blows up, all right? And, one last word. If you notice a little difference in the quality of our videos here in the last few days, that's because apparently the other night when we were doing our live video, remember when it just stopped, for those of you that were watching, basically our camera kind of melted down. That is the conclusion of people that know way more about this than I do. So we are... we're going to, we got a new camera, should be here on Tuesday. So tomorrow's video, hopefully we'll be back to normal and maybe even better quality than usual. So I know you guys are, when you see my picture, like, man, I wish we could get him just a little more in definition. So your wishes have come true. So, and one quick thing before, we haven't done this in a while. I finally sat down and did my records today. About a month and a half behind, so it took me a minute to put everything together. But I know a lot of people ask how are we doing overall, and here's the tail of the tape. Overall, we are 263, 212, and 7 against the spread. That is over all sports since we started doing this back at the end of October. That is a 55.36 winning percentage for an ROI of 5.60. In March, we fared a little better, 58.75 in February. That was our down month. Struggled a little bit. We were 51.02. And then in January, of course, we were a little hotter than that. We were 65.78. We are 52 and 30 in the NBA. That is 63.41%. And 122, 98, and 5 in the NCAA basketball world. That is 55.45%. So there you go, everybody. That's our numbers. That is just for the deep 3. It took me long enough where I didn't go back and do the premiums, but I will have those and have all the numbers for those in our coming day. Basically, for the premium picks, I can kind of tell you how that's gone. For the first 2 weeks, we took an absolute beating. Probably one of the worst 2 weeks of my life as a handicapper, and then we kind of got it turned around, and we have eked out a profit here for the last few weeks. So anyway, let's get on with a quick recap and then tonight's pick, shall we? First of all, yesterday we went 2-1 on the deep 3. We got Colorado first half. That came through for us, as well as Longwood covering up the 15. And I know probably a lot of people were sweating that there in the first half as they were quickly down 12, 14 points. But they hung around, and as so many times as we have it on the other side, the favorite just kind of lost interest and did just enough to win, but not cover. So that took care of business there with Longwood. And then we had West Virginia. Holy crap, just getting curb stomped up there in Morgantown by Coastal Carolina. Stunner. That's one of the bigger stunners that I've seen recently. And that definitely was a shocker. And then on the premium side, we went 1-1. We had Utah Valley State and South Florida over. And we were looking good. We were right about on it for the first 16 minutes of the game. And then for the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds, South Florida did not score in the first half. And that kind of set the tone for the second half. As then it was Utah Valley State's turn to struggle. and they basically couldn't find the basket with both hands and a flashlight, and that game did not go over. But in the nightcap, we recovered to go 500 as the Utah Jazz took care of business and covered up 15 points quite easily against the Phoenix Suns. So on we go. Looking first in the NBA as Orlando travels down to Miami to take on the Heat. Heat is a 5.5-point favorite. You know, both of these teams have been playing pretty well lately as they fight for that last playoff spot in the East. Miami's currently a game up, and the difference between these two teams and the teams they've been beating lately is the level of competition. The Heat have actually been beating real teams, while the Magic have been helping the Dregs in their mission to tank. This is a de facto playoff game, as just like I said, just one game separates these two, with only 9 games left to play. You know what? I'm going to take the home team right here, trying to hang on to a spot. Give me the Miami Heat minus 5.5. Back to college we go, taking a look at Presbyterian at the Marshall Thundering Herd. Taking a look at this total here of 168.5, and this should be a fun game to watch. The Thundering Herd often finds itself in shootouts with teams that take a lot of threes. Only 14 teams in the country shoot them more often than the Blue Hose of Presbyterian. That is H-O-S-E, not H-O-E-S. Very, very different. And most importantly, only 6 teams in the country make more than their 11.3 three-pointers per game. Their top 4 bombers, you ready for this? They shoot a combined 40.6% from distance. Neither of these teams is particularly good at three-point defense, and that bodes well for our over. You know, this 168.5, if you look at the scores, you look at their numbers, it kind of looks like a trap number. But the under, it seems like the obvious play here. I ain't buying it. I think the Vegas lines makers know something. They've set it that high for a reason. There hasn't been any movement on it as of yet. I know it's still early, but I like the over 168.5. We're gonna outsmart the odds makers. I think we've got this locked up. And lastly, going back to the NBA, taking a look at the Houston Rockets as they travel up there to Cheddarville to take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Once again, we're looking at the total, and that is 227 in that one. Rockets have won 14 of their last 16 in, for them, kind of an unusual way. They've been doing it with defense. In fact, in their last dozen games, they've given up an average of just 101.2 points per game, which is a full 8 points below their season average. Not surprisingly, the under has cashed 10 times in those 12 contests. Meanwhile, the Bucks have put up a few points lately, but just a lot like Orlando, they've been doing it against a lot of teams that are already thinking about where they're going on vacation in a couple weeks. Houston is not one of those teams. They're thinking about the playoffs, and they're thinking about making a deep run. I like the under 227 right there in the Houston-Milwaukee game. I like the over 168.5 in the Marshall-Presbyterian game, and I like the Miami Heat laying the 5.5 at home to their cross-state rivals, who are actually just right over the I-4, not even across the whole state. Orlando Magic, Miami minus 5.5. Get yourself down on those 3 games, and at the end of the night, you guys can join me as we head back to the window. All right, let's do a little shout-outs here, shall we, kids? Kent P says, good deep 3 on that first half pick. Yeah, I'm becoming a big fan of the first half picks, and I'll be honest with you, I've been playing them for a while, but I've often stayed away from them because a lot of people that watch the videos don't have full access to all the prop bets, so to speak, or the first half bets that I do. So I kind of try to avoid them, but I think it's giving us our best shot to win. So. Hopefully, if you're one of those people that uses Vinny on the street corner, maybe you can talk Vinny into taking your first half action. And any bookie, we've talked about this before, any bookie should be happy to take any bet as long as it's a legit line, because that's how they make money. So thanks a lot. Can't appreciate it. That was that was a solid pick there in the first half for Colorado. Jason Miller, did I say Coastal? I did not. I did not. Man, we missed that one, dude. That was I thought West Virginia was kind of starting to play like a real basketball team, And Coastal Carolina had been kind of an average to slightly below average team all year. That one stunned me, and I'm guessing I may not have been the only one that was a little surprised by that outcome. Ryan S says, "Buenas tardes, amigos." Hola, Ryan. It's good to have you, man. That's thanks for shouting out there, and don't be a stranger. Don't check in with us often and let us know what you're playing. Miguel, he had the DePaul over 155. He had Longwood plus 15. He had South Florida, good call. He had the Nets plus 6.5 and OKC under 219. Not a bad night for Miguel. Borno had the Colorado minus 8 in the first half. Well done, sir. The one, he tailed all three, and he had the West Virginia over 157. That got home without a problem. The Divine Greek said he's tailing us on our deep three. He said, let's pour some ouzo and celebrate at the window. Opa! Well, we got to break a few plates today. We didn't get to break the good stuff, but we maybe tore up a couple paper plates or two and maybe smashed a saucer. But yeah, we 2-1. You know what, Greek? We'll take it. 66.7%. We'll take that all day long. C-Dub, he had Mallorca to win. He had the France-Iceland over 3. And a nice parlay with plus 150 or 3-2 for you and me. That would be Turkey, England, Ukraine, and France to all win on the money line. Very good. Nice job there, C-Dub. He had France and Iceland. Said, I will personally have a 2-unit play on the over 2.5 and a half-unit play on over 3.5 at plus 140. And by the way, that game came out France 4, Iceland Zipperino. So well done, C-Dub, as you hit both your over 2.5 and your over 3.5. Phil, he had England and Albania. Albania, you lie upon the Adriatic. Cheers, fans. Thank you. By the way, he said that's Switzerland's second squad. So that is some deep soccer knowledge right there, Phil. And congratulations on your hit. Mark said the refs stole that game from UCF on Williams' free throw. The player from UCF was pushed across the lane. Mark, you are goddamn right. That's exactly what happened. And he said, how did they not kill that? How did they not call that? I sniffed out a huge money line parlay yesterday. What a great job. Wichita State money line and the under. Nice job, Mark. Yeah, and I even commented on that in the comment section because it really started before that. I thought Taco Fall had pretty good position there. I thought he went straight up on Zion's shot. I didn't think that foul should have been called. And of course, if Taco's still there, then no way that Duke gets that rebound on the free throw. So yeah, just a brutal. It was a great finish, a great basketball game, but that was definitely a couple of questionable calls there. And the refs didn't even, the announcers didn't even talk about it. They were, God, it's amazing that I'm not going to say something disgusting, but they like Duke, okay? They just do. And you know what? I'm fine with Coach Coach K. Krzyzewski. He's fine, but God damn, I just wanted to see some fresh blood in there. I think UCF would have been a great story. Nice little team. Taco Fall, what a great story. But, yeah, not to be. Pushing and shoving, no fouls called, and then just an absolute horrible, horrible break on the putback there at the other end with no time left. Just, anyway. Okay. Over Macho Grande? I don't think I'll ever be over Macho Grande. All right, so, anyway, I'm done quoting bad TV shows and movie lyrics, and so that's going to be it for me. Guys, have a great day. We'll be looking forward to seeing you tomorrow when I'll be back in all my glory and a much clearer shot. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for checking in. Good luck to everybody. You guys, as always, are the best, and take care. I'll see you mañana. Later.